it's Kaylin. I'm just another girl on the internet who likes to rant and rave about whatever I want. So if you're into that, welcome. If you're not, I understand, and I hope you have a good day. Today, I'm actually going to do a positive one. I want to talk about, very probably quickly, how much I love friendships. I love my friends. I love my friends. I love my friendships. I feel like, truly for me, I'm almost 27. Friends and friendships have been the cornerstone of my life since as far back as I can remember. And I don't know what I would be or where I would be without them. I was always a girl who had friends, or like a girl. I don't have a ton of friends. Okay, let me backtrack that a little bit. I always have one really good friend. Do you know what I mean? Like a bestie out of besties, and I don't know, I just love and appreciate them. I love friends who will support you in the delulu, but then also be like, you maybe need to touch grass. And I love supporting them through their delulu, and then also being able to be honest with them and tell them when they need to touch grass as well. I think that we put so much pressure in society on your romantic relationships after a certain point, and I just never really felt that connection, or I really haven't yet, in the sense of I do feel romantic connections, but I think about the deep entrenched ups and downs that you go through with people, where you're we've had tough conversations, we've laughed together, we've cried together, we've had uncomfortable moments where we were really vulnerable because we were at different points in our life and we didn't know how to talk about that. I've done that all with friends. I haven't done that with significant others as much, or even family. That's such a complicated relationship, the one that you have with your family, because you will go through those milestones with those people, but it's something about, I think, voluntarily doing it with a friend who really all you want from them at the end of the day is just their vibes. You want their companionship, you want to see them win, and they want that for you, and you're choosing to be in each other's lives with no I feel like that deep visceral connection I get from my friends. When we're being silly, or we're just hanging out, or the night started silly and then you guys end up on the couch being like, I don't know where I want to be in 15 years and what I want people to say about me at my funeral. Not sure about the afterlife. You know what I mean? When you're this started out cute and now we're crying on the couch. But that's also beautiful. I don't know. I just love my friends. I love my friendships. I feel like even the friends that I think about now that I don't really speak to, or we've just gone in different paths in lives, I still look at them for the most part and I'm like, yeah, those are great people. I still really care about them. We just don't talk as much, or we've just lost contact. But I don't know. I feel like people talk about low maintenance versus high maintenance friendships. And I'm always curious about that conversation, because I feel like a lot of my friendships now are maybe quote unquote low maintenance. I don't really talk to a lot of my friends every day or even every week. We'll just send reels, or you know what I mean, the cliche stuff. But that's what you do sometimes when you're older. But at one point, those friendships in an extent were quote unquote high or maybe medium maintenance, where you have really vulnerable conversations, or you talk about hey, I wish we would meet each other in friendship in the same way. And I feel like for some reason we don't talk about having those conversations with our friends. I've had conversations with friends and I've been like, how can I best support you right now? Do you feel like I'm being a good friend to you? Because I'm also chronically clueless, and sometimes I don't really know if I'm being a good friend. I'm trying, but I don't know if you don't tell me. And I don't think we normalize having those conversations with your friends. We only normalize putting that kind of pressure on romantic relationships. But I feel like you need to show up the best you can with all of your relationships in your life that you care about, whether it's romantic. If it's a connection or a relationship, at least in my life, that I really care about, I try to show up as thoughtful and intentional as possible. But I feel like, especially as a girl, I don't know what it's like for a guy who has maybe more guy friends, but I feel like especially as women, I have seen a tangible difference in our 20s of being there is just so much more, I think, normalization of just putting so much effort towards your romantic connections, and then work, which again, I totally understand. But I think that that's when people look up and they're in their maybe 30s or 40s or whatever, and they're like, oh, I don't have friends. And it's like, yeah, because you killed it at work and you are married to a wonderful person and you guys maybe have kids or whatever. But then you look up and you're like, oh, I love talking to my partner. My partner's maybe like my best friend, but I don't actually have friends I can talk to. And I just don't know if I could ever see myself looking up and that being my reality of being like, oh, I don't have friends I can talk to about what's going on in my life. I don't know. I love my friends. I feel like my life, if I was to think about it now in retrospect, it would probably be defined by my friendships and how much I love them and how much I care about them. This is just a love letter to my friends, to be totally honest. This is a love letter to my friends. So if my friends ever see this, I love you dearly and deeply. But yeah, do you have deep friendships? Like, what do they mean to you? What is like a low maintenance friend to you? And do you feel like you had to work to make it low maintenance, or were you guys always just like cool in that, like, we're just like low maintenance friends? Is low maintenance friends like surface level friends? Is it like the coworker friend? Maybe that's a surface level friend, or the low maintenance friend. And what is a high maintenance friendship? Like, truly, is a high maintenance friendship like just someone who's really clingy or maybe texts you more than you text them? I don't know. Actually, yeah, I would love it if someone could actually clear that up for me, because I'm not quite sure what people really mean in that conversation. But yeah, I love my friends. If you have love letters to your friends as well, I would love to hear those too. Like, drop them in the comments if you have like a little, like, cute little love letter to your friend, and then like screenshot it and send it to them. Normalize doing cutesy things for your friends as well. For sure, for sure. All right, thanks for this. Have a great day. God, I'm tired. Okay, bye.